What up, y'all? It's me, lunastarshine. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I just had to check my makeup a little bit because I was just crying tears of gratitude and joy. I am here in my studio, and what I did was I created a portal, right? What I created was a grid on the floor with sacred geometry and crystals, and I pulled cards, and I got to work on manifesting and laying my intentions out for what I want to create. And I was brought to tears of joy and gratitude for what is to come and what already is. So I wanted to share with you this practice that I just did so that I can help assist you in manifesting your dreams and visions. I've been on this journey for a decade now and learning about law of attraction and how to attract and manifest what it is you want in life. And while there's some things I've been amazing at manifesting, there's been other things that have been more difficult. But overall, when I look back at the journals I've written and the practices that I've had, I've been able to pretty much manifest exactly what I want. And give or take, there's some other things that are connected to lessons and karmic things that I'm learning and developing and uncovering and discovering about ourselves. We don't always get exactly what we want right when we want it because, we might blow up the universe if we did that. So there's things that come in stages, and the more we can accept that and just really have faith in allowing things to mature in their own time, then we can just really enjoy the process so much more. So basically what I did in my studio, and I'll see if I can put a clip in here, but what I did was I created a grid and I used sigils and light language symbols that I channeled, and I painted them on my floor. Now this might not be easy for you to do, so you can simply visualize it. Simply visualize a sacred space around you. And I do recommend sigil work and utilizing symbols to manifest, especially if you're a creative type person. And I'll get into that in another video. But yeah, so I create this really sacred container for myself. So that way I am calling in my guides and the beings that I work with to really be there strongly, right? The second thing I did in this space was to sage and clear my space, right? To clear the space, make sure any old energies are gone. And that way new energies can come in and be there. And so I walk around this space clockwise and make sure you don't go back the other way. If you're creating a circle, you want to go around clockwise. You can also utilize crystals to mark your circle. Crystals, sacred objects, sacred wood and different things that you find that you consider sacred to you. You can make a circle with them. And I also pulled some oracle cards, tarot cards that maybe symbolize the energy of what it is you're wanting to manifest or bring in. You can also place those around in your circle. Okay, so I walk clockwise, blessing the space with the sage. Then I get my drum and I again walk clockwise in this space and just sing and call on my ancestors, call on my guides to come in and be here with me and to help bring me clarity for my visions. This is a really powerful, strong way to manifest. And doing this around strong energetic times, like Mercury retrograde just came to an end. A lot of retrogrades are ending and we're coming into a full moon portal. So that is, to me, is like, okay, so make more of a ritual out of it, because we might have our daily practices where we do our meditations and visualize, but the more ritual you make it, I feel like the more powerful it can be. So anyways, I walk around with my drum, again, calling in the ancestors, the guides that I want to come through. And then I sit down and I look at my journal and what I've already written that I want to manifest. And maybe just journal, maybe write a letter to God or your higher self, to the universe, and just so that way you can start to thought dump, release the thoughts and what it is that you're wanting to bring in, and maybe anything that you also need to release first, like if you have limiting beliefs, or maybe there's something you're really calling in that's you feel blocked because some belief pattern that you've been handed down or grew up with or whatever. So make sure you do your best to release that before coming into the circle. Okay, then you'll come into the circle. You can put on some manifesting, like 432 hertz music or something along those lines as you come into the portal. And what you'll do is ground. You know, I always ground, always visualize my roots going deep into the earth and my higher self, contacting my celestial bodies and just being really full, clearing chakras, that kind of thing. You can imagine white light just coming down your body. Yeah, just being centered, calling in your higher self to be grounded and centered. The next thing I do is I visualize my Merkaba, my star astral body. So the Merkaba, you can Google it so you can get a better visual, or maybe I'll put a visual in. I'm learning how to improve my YouTube skills. So you can do a Merkaba, which is like the Jewish star, basically. And it's spinning and orbiting. So the top triangle is spinning one direction, the lower triangle spins the other direction. The top rooting you or anchoring you with your celestial bodies, the lower part with the earth, right? Grounding you. So then the light's kind of being weird and funky on me. Then I will start visualizing. Well, actually, you know, then you can start going into different realms. You kind of just release your own thoughts. You can imagine just being in space. So it's black or white around you. And then you can start to communicate with your guides at that point, or with your higher self. You know, they might have things they want to show you. So I like to be open to what they want to show me, but I kind of let my, my higher self or my mind just kind of go where it wants. Of course, keeping it on track. Like if it's like, oh, I need to do this. No, don't do that. Like play around with the energies. You know, go into this multidimensional space that can take you into your healing, right? So sometimes I'll end up in this crystal castle or this crystal temple, and sometimes I'll be surrounded by my guides and they're sending me energy, or maybe one is communicating with me. Today at one point there was one that was just like sending light language through my head and saying all these codes, and I was just receiving that, okay? Just receiving what I needed, you know, just really being in a prayer of gratitude, right? And a prayer of asking for what I need to receive, and then stating what I would like to happen over the next month, over the next year, and so on. 5 years, however long you're looking to manifest. So then once you're in that part of your process and you're visualizing like things you want to happen, things you want to come into fruition, success in life, then you start visualizing that, you know, seeing yourself with your ideal partner, seeing yourself in your ideal home, driving the car you want, performing or whatever your lifestyle looks like, you know, being in that energy, being received by others. And so you really get to embody that and imagine that playing out in your life, and really feel that energy, like let it pulse through you, like feel as if it's really happening. And what emotions and sensations would you be experiencing? You know, tears of joy, like, oh my gosh, this is finally happening to me. And really going into that experience and holding that as long as you can, that vision. And when you feel that it's complete, like you've gone through the realms of what you're really wanting to call in that moment, then really like anchoring it into the body. So I do this other practice, this next part, where so I will raise my arms over my head and take a deep breath in and squeeze down, yes, okay? And at the same time, especially for women, you're pulsing, but men too, you're pulsing your lower sex organs, and you're squeezing that energy up, that kundalini energy, you're moving it up your spine, right? When you pull down, yes, you're also building that energy up so it meets in the heart. So anyways, you want to do that like 10 times or something. And you'll feel the shift in your body, and you'll feel your cells start to like amp up. So it's just holding your arms up, breathing in, squeezing, yes, yes, yes. And you're imagining you're there in that picture perfect reality of what you want to come into. And you're just saying, yes, yes, yes. Tapping into that, embodying that, okay? And then from there, you thank your guides, thank God, give gratitude, thank your higher self, thank your future self, and you trust and release this vision to come into fruition. And you state that, and so it is, okay? And we trust that divine order is always in place, as long as we're embodying that energy of what we want to create. So then after doing that ritual, you know, you can close your space, reflect on if you pulled oracle or tarot cards, you can reflect on them, admire your crystals, bless your crystals, and you can take a moment to write down your visions. Maybe, you know, another thing you can do during the visualization practice is like, okay, you see yourself in a certain space. You can also ask God, like, okay, what action steps do I need to take to make that my reality? What do I need to be doing every single day to bring this vision into my reality? And write that down and make sure you're doing those steps, you know? So this is kind of a ritual, intention setting ritual that you can do. Highly recommend. This full moon is in Aries, so I recommend, this is actually a good one to manifest. Normally full moons are about releasing, but this would be an okay time because also we just came out of all the retrogrades. And then also new moons are another amazing time to do this. But you know, the moon cycles can help amplify energies, but if something in you is calling you to do this now, regardless of what moon phase we're in, go for it. You know, I don't think there's a wrong time to manifest and ask for what you want or connect with source and spirit. You know, that's always available to you, especially if, you know, you're going through maybe a stressful period in life or you're just not getting the results you want. So go into this space and get your energy up, because the way we manifest and the way we bring in what we want into our lives is by really just raising our vibes. That's it, raising our vibes and doing our best to raise the vibes of others we come in communication, come in contact with, smiling at people, blessing people, and living your best life. That's all you gotta do. I'm feeling silly, like I got my like whole rainbow vibes today. Yeah, just got this rainbow hoodie, manifested it. Yes, I really hope that this video helped you in any way. I know there's so many manifesting videos out there on the internet, but I just want to share that like a lot of them have helped me, and a lot of these practices have helped me get what I want in life. So, you know, don't give up and have faith. But another key to this is this consistent practice and developing that contact and communication with source, with your higher self, and making sure you're staying clear, you're keeping your energetic field clear so that you can hear and you can make contact. All right, because a lot of this isn't just about telling God what we want, but it's actually about listening to what our divine path is actually meant to be and look like, what our blueprint is actually supposed to look like. You know, it's getting out of our own way of what we think it's supposed to look like according to our society. So anyways, I hope this video helped you. Please like and subscribe to this channel. Let me know how else I can be of service to you if you want to hear videos about anything else. And check out my website for other offerings. And I hope you have a blessed and beautiful day.